member of the Nigerian Licensed Ship Chandler Association and a certified management specialist of London Graduate School, London, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, a certified basic and advanced custodial technician from the Cleaning Management Institute in New York, United States of America, amongst many other accomplishments. Thank you so much for giving us this time, Coach Kelvin. We appreciate the fact that you have taken the time to be here, and we cannot wait to learn from your wealth of knowledge and of experience. This program didn't just happen by itself. It's been made possible by the 𝗖𝗂 Global School of Business 365. For those of us who want to do better, you can only do better when you submit yourself to learning. So how much more can you learn? How much more can you learn? You can learn from the experience of others. You need to learn from a framework. And that is what the School of Business 365 offers. They offer us that framework in order to succeed in the line of business. And you can say you're not a business person. Trust me, we all trading in one way or the other. We all trading in one way or the other. We all looking for how to get profit, you know, how to make something more, be more in one way or the other. And if you ask me, I'll tell you that that is business. So technical, can we hear from the Business School 365? Thank you.
Difficulties taking your business to the next level. Ever wondered how you can turn your passion into profit? Do you have difficulties taking your business to the next level? 𝗖𝗂 Global Business Coaching School is the answer. 𝗖𝗂 Global School of Business offers your business mastery courses, which serve as a tool to get you as an entrepreneur, your projects and business ideas prepared for the contemporary and competitive business space. In the school, you'll be taught courses that will help you evaluate new business opportunities and transform existing ideas into real business, such as how to establish a good business, psychology of sales, how to set the price of a product, emotional understanding of purchasing, rebranding and growth strategy, the inner circle in business, just to name a few. Register now at www.𝗖𝗂globalinstitute.com or call the numbers on your screen. 𝗖𝗂 Global, adding value to others. Have you ever wondered how you can turn your passion into profit?
𝗖𝗂 Global, adding value to others. That's all we're about. Adding value to others. Adding value to others. Hello, Maria Claire. She's joining us all the way from Addis Ababa. Thank you so much for being here. So without taking so much time, we would move swiftly to hearing from our amazing guest speaker. I met Kelvin so many years ago, not so many, but trust me, it's been a while since I met Kelvin, and he's not remained the same. He has progressed and progressed and progressed. There's one way I would describe him. I would describe him as someone who would intentionally give you all the secrets. All the secrets. As a consultant, he will give you all the secrets you need to succeed in that business. As a matter of fact, he would hold your hand to making sure that you succeed in that business. I don't know how kind, I don't know how great a mentor can be other than this. So Kelvin, if you're there and you're ready for us, we all ears and we're waiting to hear.
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know what your time may be. Might be afternoon, might be evening, or good day all. It's a pleasure to be here. I thank you, ID Global, for the opportunity. I'm glad that we have a medium to have conversations like this, encourage ourselves, and of course, impact in lives. So yes, again, I say thank you. I say welcome to our members. Thank you all for making our time. We recognize it's either your rest day or in a busy schedule, but we're grateful that either ways you made yourself available. Thank you once again.
Oh, thank you so much for the words of gratitude. Technical, can we have the slides up so that we can have Coach Kelvin give us the teachings of today, share with us some knowledge. So he will be talking to us on how he best dealt with the cleaning business, how he became so successful in the cleaning business. So he's not just working in the cleaning business in Nigeria, different parts of the world. And as entrepreneurs, there's one key thing. There's one key thing that makes an entrepreneur who they are, and it's nothing other than innovation. Innovation. For those of us that have joined from the very, very beginning, you would always hear things like we had explained what entrepreneur actually means, and we know that the key word there is the innovation. Most of the time when people say entrepreneur, they're always thinking, okay, it's just about the buying and the selling, but the distinctive thing there that takes you out of the crowd or makes you different or makes your business better or makes the nation, the economy, better is how we are able to innovate. How are you able to innovate? And this is something our guest speakers have always talked about. So Coach Kelvin, innovation in the cleaning consulting business. Tell us about it.
I will start by saying you cannot disregard the fact that life is about changes. Life is about innovation. Things continually improve. And trust me, you need to adjust to the tide. No matter what business you're doing, there is always room for improvement. The need to continually improve in what you're doing is something that cannot be overemphasized. I would equally say that it's imperative that you adjust to it and make the best of it. Innovation is continual. It's never, it's a continuous process. So you don't want to get involved with something and you become obsolete while at it. So it's imperative that when the new innovations come up, when the new modalities, when those changes, those modifications arise, you're not going to sleep. So it's important that you pick up from there. And for me, this particular situation, I basically saw the need for continuous improvement. So when a new innovation comes up, the next question is how are you going to adjust to it? How are you going to make it profitable? how it's going to satisfy your clients, depend on the kind of business you're doing. But whatever it is you're doing, if you're in the business of service, which of course you can often exclude products, satisfying your customers, satisfying your clients is your topmost priority. So whatever the new innovation may be, you need to position yourself in a way to show your clients how it will benefit them. And from the business end of it, you look at the prospects of making money out of it, but ultimately satisfying the clients. So perhaps you can go to the next slide if you don't mind. What has been the biggest challenge you faced as an entrepreneur and how did you overcome it? Biggest challenge I faced in my business is the fact that you're going to be facing people who would challenge what it is you're doing because either they don't believe in it, or they think you could do better, or they expect you to do better, or they see things from a different perspective. In this particular situation, I was a banker, and in my banking career, which was seemingly a success as it were, the difference was that in my case, I felt I just wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to do something that I could learn, whether even if it's for the next 3 years, but come out and be on my own. I knew I was not going to open a bank. So the next question is, what's that thing I can possibly do to be on my own? I want to determine my future. I want to be the person who decides what happens. I want to go to work when I want to go to work. I don't want to go to work when you want me to go to work. But if you're my client and I have to serve you, I'll be delighted to do so. But I just did not like the 9 to 5 system. I wanted to control my future and my destiny. So I would say in that regard that I basically try to control my destiny. So the challenge is, of course, you saying you want to leave a banking career to become a cleaner of all things. As weird as it may sound, truth be told that I did not say it was cleaning I wanted to do. I basically wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to be responsible for my future. So it took for me to take the bold step of resigning from the bank. I meet a lot of questions and challenges. Why would you want to resign from the bank? You're doing well in the bank. You have a future in the bank, you know. So you need to believe in yourself. You need to know that what you want to do, you can stand and defend it. You need to be proud of what you do. I'm proudly called Kevin the Cleaner. And BSc in accounting, master's in marketing. But yes, I'm a cleaner and I'm proud to be a cleaner. So you need that self-confidence. You need to be able to stand up and explain yourself and sell the products you intend to sell. So in my case, yes, I tried a number of businesses, and then I decided to do a SWOT analysis of myself. I'm going to come back on the issue of SWOT analysis when we get to maybe any other business where I'll give everybody the opportunity to learn from that. It's an assignment everybody's going to go through, everybody, because you need to do a SWOT analysis of yourself, not just your business. So in my case, I did my SWOT analysis, realized what I was good at. I knew I was going to be good at product sales. I knew I was going to be better off in selling services. So that's how I handled that. How do you stay ahead of industry trends and changes to ensure your business remains relevant? For that, I'll tell you simply training. You need to continually train yourself. You need to see how you can do trainings and improve yourself. I started off the cleaning business with little or no knowledge, made some money. I went to South Africa. I did a training for 2 months in South Africa. Never been there before, but of course, I learned professional cleaning techniques. And then when you continue to improve yourself, you begin to see the need to continually improve yourself. Now, stay relevant, as the question asked in the slide. What I did in my case was when I realized everybody was doing training, I needed to distinguish myself. So I went for another training, this time in the US. I did a 6-week course in the US on cleaning consulting. That way, I was able to position myself where I can work with any cleaning company, any individual, any location that they clean. So long as they clean the place, I can be relevant. So to answer the question, how you stay ahead of industry trends and changes to ensure business remains relevant, you basically need to continue to train. You basically need to upgrade yourself. How do you handle setbacks or failures in your business? Setbacks or failures in business is normal. You need to have the can-do attitude. You need to say to yourself, no, this requires I change my strategy. No, as far as I'm concerned, is you're just asking me to change my strategy. You're not stopping me. You can't stop me because I believe in myself. I believe what I do, and I know what I must do. So handling of setbacks boils down to you believing in yourself. You need to be able to convince yourself. You need to make decisions for yourself and be responsible for them. But setbacks in businesses must come. You need to stay on top of your game, no matter what happens. What are ways entrepreneurs can grow in original mindsets? Again, it has to do with you having that openness in mind. You need to be flexible. You need to see the prospects of whatever it is that may be the new trend. For instance, there is the usual mop that we know, right? And then innovation and development, as it were, brought up what you call a flat mop. Now you're going to look at the benefits of that flat mop as vis-a-vis the regular mop that you know. So if you don't have an open mind, you want to remain with what you know, and before you know it, you're obsolete. So you find out that you need to have that openness. You have to open your mind to new things happening and taking it from there. Yeah, so basically you need to just keep your mind open to the new changes, adjust, you train, you improve on them, see the benefits. Whenever any occasion comes for you, look at the benefit. There is always the benefits. You need to look at the benefits. How can a business owner enhance the efficiency of workers? Particularly in the cleaning industry, it is imperative that the workers know you have an idea of what you're talking about. It's imperative that they know that you are not just talking, but you know about the business. So that way, you are also able to improve them. Trainings, they ask you questions, you answer those questions, you make them see the easier parts of things in life. There's this thing that if you know something and you're not able to explain that thing to a 5-year-old child, it means you don't know it. So you need to have that attitude of learning and mastering things that it becomes very easy to explain it. So the ease at which you explain to the workers, you realize that indeed, okay, there's prospects here and they're listening to you. So improving the efficiency of workers, trust me, training, and of course, you need to be empathic. That empathy has to be there. Empathy about the workers. You should be able to adapt dialogue with your workers. You should know how they feel. Somebody's having a bad day, maybe family. You need to be able to talk out of that kind of situation. If he's not in a good mood, they can't perform. So these are some of the things we need to do to improve on that. What are some limitations that affect the quality of work output? Yeah, not far from what I just talked about. If your workers are not happy, your business will not be happy. Trust me. In the service industry, if you have unhappy workers, the business suffers. So you need to ensure that you get your workers the right frame of mind. You need to ensure that the work environment is conducive for them. Your workers don't come to you and complain about something and you ignore it. Find out how you can work around it and ensure that at the end of the day, they are still going to give you the best of their performances. So you can have the next slide, please. Okay, how has customer satisfaction changed for business owners in recent times? Simply put, when you have satisfied customers, those satisfied customers will give you referrals. And that referral is what you need to grow. You cannot do adverts in every country. You cannot do all the big boards and all the flyers and everything everywhere. So get your customer satisfied. Your customer is so impressed and he refers you somewhere else. I think that takes care of that referral, simply put. Referral gives you, so satisfied customers give you referrals. So ensure you satisfy your customers. That way they give you referrals. And seeing issues that are affecting his profitability and how to handle them. Again, so those unseen issues could be your workers being unhappy, inadequate material to work. A lot of improvisation is required in cleaning. You don't want your workers telling you, we don't have this, we don't have this, and you're folding your hands because you have no solution to offer them. In the cleaning business particularly, you need to improvise. Now, where that comes in play, and your workers see that indeed you come up with good ideas for them to solve their problems because you know it, trust me, it becomes a seamless effort. So your workers not being happy is an issue, be it salary, be it personal issues, they would affect your business and that would affect profits. So either ways they go together. So the workers are not happy, it affects your business. If it affects your business, it affects your profits. It's a chain reaction. What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start their own business? We'll say that for any entrepreneur who wants to go, start a particular business or whatever business you want to start, my candid advice would be that you, one, know about the business you want to do, and then advise yourself, because we all have different abilities. We all have our individual strengths and abilities. So it's important that you know what your strength is. And that's why I talked about the issue of the SWOT analysis, because when you do a SWOT, you're able to identify what your key strengths are, your weaknesses, your opportunities and threats, where you're able to harmonize it, and then, of course, decide on what you want to do. So Julia is an expert in this, doesn't mean I'm going to be an expert in that. I should be able to carve a niche for myself. I should be able to look at what I want to do. And if I want to do what Julia is doing, then there's nothing wrong with me, meeting her and getting her to mentor me. But ultimately, you need to believe in what you want to do. If you believe in what you want to do, you train on it, you learn more about it, you're going to keep learning. The learning doesn't cease. Okay? So my advice for aspiring entrepreneurs is to decide on what you really want to play, learn more about it. When you learn more and you know more about it, you become more confident, and that confidence exudes. It can't be overemphasized. Okay, so at this point, I first say thank you for the time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, and I'm here to entertain questions from any aspects. I'm a consulting specialist. I'm not just restricted to cleaning. I can give you advices in different aspects. So I hope to entertain your questions for the purpose of clarification. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kelvin. You did a great job. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so drop your questions. What questions do you want to ask Kelvin? What questions do you want to ask Kelvin? I think I have a question I would like to ask. Yeah, I heard you mention the fact that you have to make your workers happy. Okay, so what happens when you just got a new staff, and then they come in with all this baggage, lots of baggage, and you've not even hit the surface. They haven't scratched the surface with this particular staff. So how do you handle it? How do you handle it?
Basically, before you engage anybody, you naturally would have an interview with the person. You would have a chat with the person, and there could be cases where perhaps a week into the job, the person has problems, challenges, personal problems, whatever it may be, broken relationship, accommodation issues, financial challenges here and there. But ultimately, you need to be able to sit that person down and have a discussion where they begin to look at the person's challenges and see those you can work with, those you can manage, and then begin to give advices from there. Some may be experiences you must have had. Some may be things you can actually handle. My problem could be $2, and $2 is not your problem, but it's a big problem for me. If in the course of talking to you and you see the potential of what I could do for your business, you could give me that $2, knowing that in the future you're going to reap the benefits of that quality investment as it were. So I think when you have challenges like that, take it step by step. Engage the staff or the colleague of yours. Trust me, there will be a solution. A problem shared is half solved. When the problem is when the person doesn't talk to you, when the person doesn't open up to you, and the person is trying to manage all of it in his or her head, and then of course, it's going to affect the outputs of the job. So at the end of the day, yes, you need to engage the person.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, but when the person's problem is more than me, like if the money is more than $2, $2 is more. If the problem is more than $2, what do I do?
Yeah, then we need to go back to the basics. Then we need to go back to the basics. First and foremost, why are you trying to engage a person? Two, and why did the person apply? The person would then tell you he or she applied because of this reason. And they're going to marry it with the challenges the person is having. You can't solve everybody's problem. So for those you cannot solve, you kindly advise the person, you know what, is this an emotional problem? For instance, the one has a problem which is a relationship problem, for instance. You want to give the person time to clear his or her head. You don't need to get involved with that. So I'm trying to say that if the problem is too much, like the illustration I gave was the $2 thing, if the person's problem is $200 and what you can offer is $200, my friend, what I can offer you is this. I can't solve the $200. You may want to excuse the company at the moment so you don't give us more problems. Okay? And trust me, the person will understand. Otherwise, why did you apply to work in the first place if you're going to be giving us so much problems? So yes, these things happen, but we need to manage them.
Okay, thank you so much. I see on the chat here from Mota, Muta says, how do you solve conflict between workers in your workplace?
Okay.
How do you solve conflicts between workers in your workplace?
Okay. Trust me, conflicts in the workplace is inevitable. It's inevitable. You can't avoid it. In my case, for instance, I boast of a staff strength of 170 workers nationwide, and trust me, loads of issues left, right, center. However, you begin to look at what are the issues. Sometimes it could be the older worker who is now laid back, and the younger worker is more enthusiastic about the job. You don't want to make the old worker feel terrible with himself, and you don't want to kill the spirit or the morale of the new worker. So conflicts, trust me, you need to manage them. You must manage them. There may be occasions you need to redeploy some workers. You may need to shuffle them. You may need to change their job responsibilities. If you have two workers who are both very important to you, just reassign them. You could reassign them to different things, depending on what their problems may be, right? So you need to engage them. You need to have supervisors. You need to have team leads. You need to have people who can listen to them firsthand and bring it before you and manage it. Trust me, it's inevitable. So, but you need to manage them. You just need to manage them.
Okay, thank you so much for that response. I see another question. Jay says, how do you handle startup business when you don't have money to hire experts and you have to start with entry-level staff, so beginners who literally don't know so much or don't know better than you, because you're supposed to bring in people that, you know, would level up, be better than you, you know, can fill in positions you can't fill. Last week we learned about, last month we learned about partnership. Your partner has to be, so you're bringing in a partnership in any which way, be it the staff or someone who is coming in to share the company with you. They have to bring in something you don't have. So if you're bringing in a beginner because you don't have money, how do you manage that?
I'll simply just answer that with telling you my own experience. When I started up the cleaning business, I didn't have money, but I had a desire to go into this business. And then I said to myself, I don't have the resources to go do training anywhere, but because I knew I wanted to go into cleaning, so I started learning more about cleaning. I started finding out what is required to clean. And I got the basics: mop, sweeper, cracker, you know, I knew other things I needed, the trash can, this, that. And then I knew I couldn't do it alone. So I started looking for someone who has a passion, who would like to go into the business with me, recognizing that at this moment in time, I do not have so much money to pay him. I am just starting off and I'm willing to share. And I got one good person. And he said to me he was willing to, he likes the vision, he feels cleaning is practical thing, so it's something to start off. And that's how it progressed. So I think you need to be honest to your workers. As much as you may brand yourself and look all very expensive, it's imperative that you're honest with your workers. So when you're honest with your workers, trust me, they'll appreciate your honesty and they'll work with you. Those who want to work with you, because for some, they just want to make money. They just want to be engaged with the company and work. So you need to actually get the right hands in that regard. There's really no two ways about it. If I want to work with you, I like what you're doing. I like the project, the goal, the objective. It makes sense to me. And I key into it. The next thing I want to know is, oh yeah, of course I need to be able to make money out of it. And you're telling me, hey Kevin, I don't have so much. This is what I want to do. I could get there. Whereas at the moment, I know you must spend money on the transportation and all that basics. I can afford to take care of the transportation. I can afford to take care of this. You tell me what you can afford to do. And reassure me that when things improve, I'll see it improve. In my case, I got the first person and I said, okay, you know what? So trust me, I started cleaning for free because we were learning the job. So I had workers who didn't mind, as I started with one, who didn't mind learning this business with me. And I got one or two other guys who were working in some car wash offices and they felt, okay, it's still wash, let's give it a try. And that's how it started. So by the time I started working for people to practice and learn the job myself, before you know it, I then had people who would appreciate me. Oh, guy, you've done a fantastic job. Take this. And I was so transparent that my workers knew what I was doing. They knew what I would earn. And to buy them, really, I was a very straightforward person. You pay me $10, I tell my workers what I was paid was $10. And they saw we were paid $10. I was okay. Now we have to buy this, we have to buy this rag, this mop stick, this, that, and we take that money out. The rest of it as profit, we share equally. I never did boss. I was very honest with my workers. And by the time the business started growing, of course, you need to show appreciation to those people. By the time I started getting a few businesses that were on a retainership basis, where you could say, okay, I'm getting X amount at the end of the month, I'm getting X amount at the end of this job, X amount at the end of next week. You can now begin to reward those people who started off with you, recognizing that you didn't have the resources, but they stood there. So yes, it can be handled. So just be honest with your workers. When you're honest with your workers, they know you're honest with them and they see it. They'll believe in you and they'll continue to do that with you.
Okay, thank you so much. That's very insightful. Being honest to your partners, your business partner, honest to your workers. And I can testify to that, that it actually works. It actually works when you're open and truthful. And those who want to come with you would come with you. I also love the fact that you have acknowledged the fact that it's not about having all the money to begin.
No.
Either in giving or in receiving, right? You have to just begin. You just have to begin, put yourself out there so that people can see what you have. Okay, nice. So I think we have time for one last question. I see on the chat. Paul says, how do you increase brand trust and increase sales or conversion for a new brand that is still new in the industry? Wow.
Okay.
So this is some entrepreneur who has come up with this new idea or has this new idea to sell. How did they go about it? If I understand the question.
Yeah, I think the question is something we talked about earlier, and I'm just going to recap it. One, your workers or the products you're selling. You need to ensure that you're providing the appropriate service or satisfaction to your clients. If you have the appropriate satisfaction to your client, be it service, be it products, that customer would refer you. That customer will give you more businesses. I have a master's in marketing, and I'll tell you, the best form of marketing is referral. So, do your good job. Be honest with your workers, and so long as you satisfy, it has a ripple effect. So ensure you satisfy your clients. If you're selling products, for example, and then you sell this iPhone to your customer, and the customer says, well, there are certain features I want, and you sell only Apple products, what happens? You don't just turn away that customer. If you know somebody else, or maybe I know a Julia who deals on Android phones, and I probably know those features exist in those Android phones, it's my responsibility to reach out to Julia to say, oh, sorry, I have clients who like this, okay? And let the clients buy from Julia. Now, what happens is because of that recommendation you've made to that client, the client knows you want to satisfy him. He's grateful for it. And next time, he's going to come back to you. If he's not going to go to Julia to buy, he will come to you to say, oh, well, I trust and I know you, because you're able to do something for him. But if you turn your back on him and say, well, all I have is Apple products, I'm sorry, I can't help you. The guy feels, oh, really? Okay. He goes somewhere else. Because how you handle your customers, how you talk to them, how you treat them, how you make them feel is imperative. You can't be overemphasized. So again, to summarize that question, I would say that your products, or whatever business you're doing, be good at it. Have at the back of your mind that your customers are kings, that's why you're in business. Make sure they're happy. As long as your customers are happy, they will always come back to you. And of course, that means profits, one way or the other.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach Kelvin. That was wonderful. We still have some questions. We still have questions in the chat. We take one question and then we go into close the first session.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna take one more question. There was one interesting question. You just said something wonderful, Coach Gavin, wonderful about how to make your brand grow. It's like trust, to build a kind of close relationship with your clients, how you make your clients feel. We're talking about honesty and honesty in business as a boss, for example, how to handle the staff. I want you to explain this honesty issue. What do you put in honesty?
Hello.
Okay, good afternoon. I think he's experiencing technical issues. I would have loved to hear that question he has.
Yes. I
But
look
no
forward to
problem.
him.
The next thing we're supposed to do is going to go ahead.
Yes, sir. I look forward to him asking a question so I can answer it. So,
Okay.
The little I've gathered so far, he wanted to know more about the honesty thing and how it works. And honesty is honesty. Being honest to your workers, being honest to your customer. You tell your customer the truth. You tell your customer what you can actually deliver. It is always better to under-promise and over-deliver than to over-promise and under-deliver. So honesty comes in there.
Very true.
Your workers, you need to be honest to your workers. You need to tell your workers, well, this we can do. For cleaning, for instance, you can say, yeah, we can clean windows very well. We can do the floor very well. But your workers must also know that if you can't do carpets because you don't have the right equipment to do carpets, be honest with them. You don't tell them we can do everything, we can clean everything, and then tomorrow there's a carpet to be cleaned. The workers are going to be looking at you. Just do it. And when you don't do it right, it affects your business. The workers won't be happy. The customer will be happy. But if you tell the customer, oh, I'm specialized in window cleaning and floor cleaning, hard floor cleaning, I'm not an expert in carpets. However, I know you want that done. I could try. So at that point, yeah, honesty can be overemphasized.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Coach Kelvin. Okay, Coach Said is back.
Can we appreciate Coach Kelvin for that? Can we give him some heart to appreciate him for the wonderful sharing? You know, it's wonderful to hang around with to hang out with people who have done well or who are doing well in business, help us to tap from their experience. And we told you before the beginning of this program that this is where we come and tap from those who have done it and those who are doing well. It's always good to discuss, to have this discussion. It's not because we're not doing well, it's because we have to exchange experience, to exchange experience, to know what is making other people to be the way they are. I can't know everything, you can know everything. As a business person, I can't know everything, you can know everything. But when we're caught in a session like this, we change our experience, we learn each from one another. It's always wonderful. That was the aim of the program, and we were so happy to have you here, Kevin. You are staying with us because we still have a long way to go. Thank you. You came back. Network allowed you to come back. I'm so happy for that. Can we appreciate Network for allowing Coach Julia to come back this afternoon? We are so grateful. We are so happy. Network allowed you to come back. Okay, we are going to dive in the second part of the program, and we shall be receiving the Master Coach Raphael Djine in the second part of the program. But before we take the second part of the program, I think we have a short break, and the short break will give us the opportunity to listen from the technical. What did we prepare for all for the short break? Do we have something like a break? Oh, okay. Before we give the floor to the technical to set up something, let us appreciate Network for giving the opportunity to Kidia to come back. Thank you, Network, for allowing her to come back.
Oh my God, seriously, yes. We should be grateful to Network because Network is the only one that has the power to kick anyone or bring anyone back. Yeah, thank you so much. It's time to take a break. We'll just take coffee or water. We'll be right back. Yes, we are back. It's so funny to see all of that. Well done, Technical, for putting that together. It so matches everything that was shared with Coach Kelvin today. Who could think about having such hilarious moments in the place of work? Thank you so much, Technical. Thank you so much, Coach Kelvin, for giving us so much. We truly do appreciate the time and the efforts. And before we move into the next segment of today's program, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. And whilst the network kicked me out, I quickly went to consult. I quickly went to consult with the management team, and they said, okay, since it's something you're asking us to do, they're open to doing it. And so I want to share it with you. Now, if you're interested in any of the 𝗖𝗂𝘀 Global products, For example, if you want to get into the School of Business, I have a very good news for you. Or maybe you want to go into any of the programs that 𝗖𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀 offers. You stand a chance of getting a huge discount, a very, very huge discount. But it comes with you just doing something very small. And you know what that thing is? You're going to take a screenshot of yourself whilst in the program now, okay? You're going to take a screenshot of yourself whilst in the program, then upload it on your social media page, whichever, be it your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then tag 𝗖𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀 Global English Community. Okay, I think we have our social media handle somewhere in the chat. You can copy it. You can tag us. You can tag us hashtag. You can use the hashtag 𝗖𝗂𝘂𝗀𝗀 Global English Community, or you can tag us so that we can see what you've done. Okay, so when you do that today, you stand a chance of getting a huge discount. So when you do that, just hit us up and I would let you know how much discount you stand a chance of getting. How about that?
Wonderful.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear me well, I will say it again. Take a screenshot of yourself whilst in the program and then upload it up on your social media page and tag us, or use the hashtag 𝗖𝗂𝘂𝘂𝗀𝗀 Global English Community. 𝗖𝗂𝘂𝘂𝘂𝗀𝗀 Global English Community. You can do this on Facebook, you can do this on Twitter, you can do this on Instagram, so that we get to see that you have done this. And guess what? You have your discounts.
And that makes your Sunday good, wonderful.
Yeah. That makes your Sunday so beautiful. Okay, so we'll move swiftly to our next segment. At this point, we are supposed to have our master coach, talk to us, tell us what we want to learn about investment. But the time is so clashing with some other events going on right now, so we are unable to have him. But as soon as he is available before we round up today's session, we will hear from him. But meanwhile, we will jump off and move to something very interesting. Now, for most of us that have attended this program, we know how it goes. We just come, listen, we take notes and all that. But it's going to take a bit of a different dimension now. What's going to happen now is that we are going to go into a breakout room. Yeah, we're going to go into a breakout room. And in this breakout room, we have the opportunity to ask questions, to share what we have learned, to talk about how we are going to implement what we have learned. We don't want you to go off and forget about what you've learned today. We want to see that you have really learned and that you are going to implement. But before then, I'm so much in a good mood that I want to give somebody something. I want to give somebody something. But it's not going to happen like that. You just have to do something for me. And I want to see the answers in the chat, but I'm going to ask a question. Okay, so as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as someone who wants to go into investment, you want to put money somewhere so that you can get some profits in the future, right? What would you do or how would you prepare yourself? I think that's a better way to put it. How would you prepare yourself? Or how would you react? I think that's the best way to ask that question. How would you react when your business goes bad? How would you react when your business goes bad? As an entrepreneur, how would you react when your business goes bad? The time is ticking, tick tock, tick tock. How would you react when your business goes bad? How would you react when your business goes bad? Okay, time is up. I don't see any answer. I don't see any answer. Technical, can you please mute Stephanie? There's no answer. Okay, that means I have to go away with what I have. Okay, I see something. I see, I will feel bad, discouraged. First, you need emotional intelligence to handle the problem and take necessary measures. Okay, nice. Okay, I think I will have to give it to Paul. Just half. Paul, you just get half of that thing. You're not getting everything. You're getting half. Thank you so much, Paul. For those of us who have listened to the teachings of Master Coach Raphael, you would know that when you are in business, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, do you? You don't do that. You have to do what? You have to diversify. You have to diversify. We have Apple as a very good example. When Apple started producing their phones, they went into doing what? iPods, right? They had the iPods. And as things started changing, as things, innovations started propping up here and there, what do they have today? From iPod, today they have the iTunes, right? They have the iTunes. And when we look down here in Africa, what do we have with Dangote? You see Dangote doing what? Dangote he's producing salt, he's doing sugar, he's doing flour, he's doing spaghetti, right? So it is important that we don't necessarily have to feel bad. That is where the emotional intelligence comes in, but we need to be prepared. So even when it happens, of course, when it happens, we'll have something to fall back on. So Paul has answered very well. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. You would see me for your prize. Okay, so technical, are you ready to have us dive into our different rooms?
Yes.
So
yes,
whilst technical is yet to get back to us, Odili, you don't really have to feel bad when business goes bad, because one thing about business is not about today, it's always about what tomorrow will bring. Okay, so let's do better. Are we ready, technical?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so just press the button you see on your screen to join a room. Okay, so if you're still here, we're going to assign you to a breakout room where you will have a group discussion with the people that are there. So I'll be doing the assigning manually. So hello, Beatrice, can you hear me?